and welcome to the Irresistible Marketing Pod, the podcast that wants to help you shake your shame loose so that you can concentrate on building a thriving business that serves your people to your highest ability. I'm your host and your marketing confidence cheerleader, Isa Gauchi, owner of the Isa Messaging Digital Marketing Agency. In today's episode, we're going to talk about debt and why if you, like me, went into debt to open or grow your business, you have nothing to be ashamed of. So, this took me a while to arrive to this conclusion internally because, like a lot of people, all I was taught about debt when I was younger was that it was very, very bad and only a thing the desperate or reckless would do. And I have come to realize that this notion is absolute rubbish. So here's why I don't believe that debt is shameful anymore. Number one, if debt were something to be ashamed of, only the already wealthy would be allowed to open businesses. 2, do I want to live in a world where only the already rich are allowed to be bosses and the rest of us just have to accept our fate as worker bees? Nope, not for me. Number 3, why open a business at all if I'm just going to be too burnt out to run it? Gotta invest in the support I need to ensure my business will thrive. That means practical help for business operations and emotional support so I can maintain the strength and courage I need to be a good captain of my business. 4, I'd rather go into debt so I can spend my days working for something that I believe in than keep collecting a respectable check for a respectable 9-to-5 where the expectation is really more like 9-to-9 and the atmosphere is so freaking toxic it wrecks my mental health. Plus, what's all that work for anyway? Nothing that tugs at my heartstrings or feels like meaningful work. Speaking now from past experience. Not to mention rampant sexual harassment and being paid less than any colleague that is any of the above, white, male, or straight. So yeah, I'll trade debt to make it possible to be free from that. Number 5, opening my business was a courageous action in line with my highest values that allows me to fulfill my purpose to help the people I want to help. Debt in this case was not desperate or reckless. It was intentional. A courageous, intentional decision. So, if being debt-free requires me not to go after my dreams, I prefer debt. If living my values requires me to temporarily go into debt to give my business a fighting chance, I'm okay with that. And I don't want to be on my deathbed thinking, if only I'd had the courage to take the risks necessary to make the life I wanted possible. That scares me. That prospect of that deathbed regret scares me more than debt in the short term right now as I grow my business. So, I'm practicing new thoughts about debt right now. But let me tell you, making peace with debt was not something that came easily to me. Growing up with a parent who was raised in extreme poverty meant I inherited some massive money terror. And graduating college during a major recession conditioned me to believe that opportunities were scarce and one had to work sun up till sundown just to scrape by, even with all my awards and accolades. All of which made it terrifying when I actually did go into more debt than I've ever been in my life to open my business, get all the necessary equipment and licenses, and get myself stat to business coaching to keep me on track and sane. Plus, pay bills and eat food before my business was making much money. Thank goodness I stumbled across the podcasts of visionaries like Simone Grace Soul of Joyful Marketing, Tiffany Chung of The Social Reset, and Manifestation Babe, which exposed me to an entirely new way of thinking about money and debt. Learning about money mindset from badass feminist entrepreneurs really changed the game for me. So here are my new beliefs about debt. Number 1, it's kind of like an engagement ring for my business. It's a major commitment that demonstrates my love and faith in our mission. It's a way of saying I am all in. Number 2, going into debt to open my business shows my capacity for love, commitment, courage, and belief. It's a sign of character. Number 3, I'm so grateful that debt allowed me to open a business even though I don't come from money. Number 4, it'll all come back to me tenfold. Money is a limitless resource that flows to me effortlessly when I don't accidentally block it. There is more than enough money circulating in the world for me to have all I could ever need or want. Number 5, my worth as a person is unaffected by my net worth. I am infinitely worthy regardless of debt or profit. I am worth the same if I'm negative 6 figures or turning out a 6-figure profit month. Like, for real. Your worth as a person is completely unchanged by debt. We really got to unlearn this association with our bank account balance and our value as a human. Because, come on, do you really think every billionaire in the news is a good guy? Like, the Jeff Bezos and Elon Musks of the world? Like, really? And you can't possibly be on my very podcast listening to me thinking every person in poverty is poor because they're a bad person. And if you do, I am not the marketing confidence cheerleader for you. We just won't get along. So this probably is a good time to go find a different podcast. So anyway, I doubt anyone in my audience truly believes that people experiencing poverty are there because they just deserve it as a person. So anyhow, these new thoughts about debt did take me a lot of practice, like literal repetition over and over and over again, to this very day, because my money terror beliefs got programmed in there deep because they've been conditioned in me since I was such a little small baby. So, if you need to practice new thoughts about money and debt, you are more than welcome to borrow these ones of mine. If these thoughts will help you to go after your dreams and get the support you need to do right by them, please use them. And if you'd like a musical assist, I've shared my Money Spell Spotify playlist in the show notes for when you need to get into a good money mood. Bottom line, debt is not shameful. Your business deserves a fighting chance because the world needs your work. If that means taking out a loan or pulling out that credit card, then so be it. I'm not saying to go into debt frivolously or casually, or to just buy stuff randomly when it's going to send you deep into the negatives. But if it's the tool that you feel you need to get what you need for your business, and you love and believe in your business enough to be willing to take a financial risk, celebrate your courage. Don't shame it. And if debt does not feel like the right tool for you at this time, that is cool too. It's your choice, and I honor it, and I know that you know what is best for you. So if you are not willing to go into debt for something for your business, more power to you. You are encouraged and celebrated to make that choice for yourself, just so long as shame isn't the thing that's holding you back. So that's a short episode for today. And to wrap up, if you could use some help releasing your shame about all the good girl rules you need to break to run your business, you're invited to my free mini course on why your business needs you to step into your evil queen era. It is a 5-day mini course all over email, so you can do it at your own pace. And all you need is 10 minutes or less for 5 days to watch a little video that's going to help reset your brain so that you can step into your badass business bitch era. And if you'd like ongoing one-on-one support for soothing your nasty inner critics so you can focus on building your business, I'd love to be your marketing confidence cheerleader. And usually money stuff comes up, debt stuff comes up. So if you're ready to release some major money blocks, if you're ready to release some shame, if you're ready to step into your full power as the business leader of your dreams, I would love to work with you one-on-one. Hit that season of support link in the show notes to find out how we can work together. Lastly, if you enjoyed this podcast and would like to keep them coming, please leave me a 5-star review so I know. Your feedback is so appreciated.